Hello, welcome back to my channel. It has been a few months since I last posted on here, but we have been super busy. We just moved from Virginia to the Charleston, South Carolina area, and it's been a whirlwind. Running has taken a place in the back, has not been a huge priority for me lately because moving with 3 kids and a dog and my husband starting a new job, and I'm still working myself and trying to juggle everything that comes with that, getting us settled. It has been a lot, and I have been overwhelmed to say the least. But right now I'm just taking a break from work. I put the treadmill in my new office space in our house so I could just kind of walk. So I'm just going for a walk. I'm barefoot, not in any running clothes, but sometimes just the littlest movement is good for you. But yeah, I thought now would be the time I should start probably documenting that my training for the Marine Corps Marathon 50K and the JFK 50 miler is coming up. I actually should be about 2 weeks in to the training right now, but I have been doing some movement. We have a garage gym that I've been doing some strength training in. I've been walking in some really light, easy runs on the treadmill and outside. And then of course my Peloton bike that I love to do. So I'm going to still incorporate all of those things in my training plan, but of course adding in the longer and harder miles. So I'm excited. I'm a little bit nervous. I have ran 150K before 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago. So that was before I had my 3rd baby, and I feel like I've been a lot more patient this time postpartum. So my youngest is now 15 months old, and I waited until about 10, 11 weeks postpartum to even start running again. And I feel like my body was feeling really good. And then after running a couple of half marathons earlier in the year, I felt like my pelvic floor, my body was just kind of like reverting back. So I started to take it a lot more easy, lower mileage. I was focusing just kind of on like rehab and getting those core muscles back up and running again. So here we are. I've been doing like 6 miles or less these last couple months. Again, some cross training, strength training, and here we are. So I am going to keep you guys updated. I'm just going to finish a quick walk here, go ahead and work some more, and then I am going to show you my training plan that I have mapped out for myself. And I do it old school. It's all on a piece of paper. So we're going to kind of talk through it and see where my mind's at. Okay, so I got sidetracked yesterday. Did not finish this video, but here we are. I was saying I do my training plans old school. I make these calendars for myself where they have cute running quotes in them. When nothing goes right, go run. I put all the long runs that I'm going to need to complete leading up to November, which is when the 50 mile is. And then I need to make it work for my schedule. So this was my draft. I only put long runs in here because I'm basing the weeks off of that first. Long runs are always the first thing that I add to training plans because you want to make sure that you get in those long miles and time on your feet. Another quick tip is I like to mix my long runs up between mileage and minutes or time. When I really start getting up into mileage, one week I'll do 20 miles, the next week I'll do a 2-hour run, the next week I'll do another 20 miler or another long run like that, and the next week I'll do 2 hours. So I like to kind of trade off like that, so I'm not always aiming for a specific number in miles. I don't know, for me mentally it just helps, and I think it just lets the stress go a little bit. Like, I'm out there for 2 hours, that's all I need to worry about. So I do like to do that, and I sprinkle in some like 90-minute runs depending on where I am in the training plan. So we're gonna do this together. I'm going to take my draft, add it to my official training plan printouts. Here we go. so I just added in the dates and all of my long runs leading up. So what week are we at? So we are exactly 18, well, not exactly. We are 18. We are 18 away. We are 18 weeks away from my 50 miler. So I do have one race I'm signed up for before that, and that's the Marine Corps Marathon 50K. That is October 30th. Almost, is it 3 weeks? Yeah, 3 weeks before my JFK 50 miler, which is perfect timing. That's when I want to get in either a 26 or 30 mile run. And that's the longest run I'll do preparing for my 50 miler. Now, I'm not an elite ultra marathoner. I'm not a fast runner. I am not going out for a PR. I am a mom of 3 that works full time, and I just don't have time to do 3 or 4 30-mile runs. Now that I have added all of my long runs in there, I'm going to add in my weekly mileage, like just the weekly workouts I want to do. So another point I want to make here, I get injured very, very, very easily. And so through my last 10 years of running, I know that cross training and strength training 1 to 2 times a week for me is what makes my body strong and happy and not get injured. I am going to dedicate Mondays and Wednesdays to be my cross training or strength training days. Very flexible. That is my goal for this training plan, is to stay flexible, because I will freak myself out if I just have a strict schedule that I'm setting myself up for failure for, because right now life just has to be flexible. So I'm just going to add those in Mondays and Wednesdays for me. Okay, now I have added those. I'm going to go in and make sure all my Sundays are going to be my rest days. So Fridays and Saturdays, I'm going to load up the miles. So all my really long mileage days are on Saturdays. I'm going to make my Fridays kind of an hour or longer, so I have that stack on those 2 days to just get like the optimal amount of load and stress I can put on my body, and then have a rest day on Sunday, and then the strength will be on Monday. So it's a good routine, I think, for my body, just to make sure I'm setting myself up for success. During the week, I don't have a lot of time to do an hour or longer run, so I am going to keep my Tuesdays and Thursdays probably like the 3 to 6 mile range, or time-based, anything less than 60 minutes, maybe 60 minutes. I'm just not going to stress about getting in long runs during the week because we have a lot going on. I will add in a couple, once a week, hill workouts. So I think Tuesdays will be like a 45-minute run plus hill repeat, something like that. So that's where we're at. Tuesdays and Thursdays will be low mileage, really focusing on what I can do, staying flexible and getting those hill repeats in. Fridays will be 60 minutes normally or longer, just to get that, I can't speak today, just that increased amount of load. And then Saturdays will be my long days. This is it. July through November. Here we go.